Thank you for inviting me for the presentation during the Akamai AGM. So I'm going to talk about briefly what's Akamai, if you do know, some of the basics traffic engineering with Akamai and some of the best practice and recommendation that if you have traffic with Akamai. So just a brief introduction. So Akamai is a well-known arrangement CDN, but we also do securities, and also recently we acquired Linux, which is a cloud computing company. And this is the snapshot of the Akamai platform that today so consists of a lot of digital services around the globe. And this is the current status of the peering that Akamai with MMX. So we recently upgraded to 100 gig with MMX. And now it's going to talk about the do's and don'ts of traffic engineering with Akamai. So while I think most of you are the ISP, probably know a lot of tools or BGP attributes that to do traffic engineering, but it could be a little bit different than Akamai. So you see that most probably you will be using it as Path. But it basically doesn't have any effect with Akamai because we don't map this on its Path. And most of you, if you have multiple links, you will also want to use MD. But in case Akamai is also going to change much for the Akamai traffic in terms of the method. And while most of you will use a specific Wi-Fi because you want to steer traffic from specific links. But again, you will see that this probably also don't have much effect on Akamai in terms of which Akamai to map to. All this you will see, you will be always see very interesting when you want to try to steer the traffic with Akamai, because the problem is that Akamai will use called mapping, which is DNS-based mapping. And our Akamai mapping system is quite different than the BGP routing. So you see that most of the chance that the traffic event will not be the same as what you expect. And it's also because most of the Akamai islands, they are independent nodes, so they don't have a backbone. So you're going to change something on a node, then we don't have a backbone to route to the actually. So because we don't have a backbone, so most of these BGP attributes will impact Akamai. And instead, we use a lot of different factors to determine which Akamai to serve the traffic. This includes like latency, throughput, and packet loss. So we actively measure which Akamai would have the certain latency, we check where we have the highest throughput, and check where it's the lowest packet loss. So if you can't use all these traditional BGP tools, how can you have a more predictable Akamai traffic? So the most simple way is, of course, talk to us. Of course, if you are connected to MMI, you can talk to MMI as well, because they can also communicate with Akamai. And then I'm going to talk about some of the best practice and recommendation in the next few slides. And of course, if you are still not sure about how Akamai traffic, just feel free to contact us directly, and we could try to at least check the traffic and to see whether we can help you. So here come some of the best practice and recommendation if you want to be getting the most optimal Akamai traffic. So the first thing is I would suggest that you set up your DNS resolvers. As I mentioned before, that Akamai CDN-based mapping, sorry, DNS-based mapping. So it would be best if you have your own DNS resolvers. So in case of you set up your DNS resolvers, I would suggest that you use unicast IP for your user facing. That's mean for your user, no matter where they always get the same setup DNS resolver. Of course, you can have multiple DNS resolvers in different locations, right? So in case you have this, you use different external IPs for users in different locations. Because Akamai map based on DNS IP. So if you know, let me know which DNS IP between the same location, then we can have a way to make the traffic closer to your own user. And of course, also important that you set up an ACL so that your DNS resolver only allow your end users. Otherwise, chances you may be actually carrying traffic for a third party. And in a situation that you can't set up your own DNS resolvers, then I suggest that we forward that to Google or OpenDNS because we do support eDNS CancelNet for Google and for Google DNS and OpenDNS. What that means is if you use Google or OpenDNS, we will try to map the traffic based on the end user IP. But this is not the most optimal way because sometimes we will not be very accurately determine where are the end users. So still most prefer still set your own DNS resolvers. Also, we have to maintain a good connectivity to your DNS resolver because we will try to monitor the performance to your DNS resolver and to check like the latency or packet loss. Or you can let me know if there are any packages that you want us to use for DNS monitoring for performance. The second point that's also quite common best practice that is whenever you have a connection with Akamai, like through MMI, for example, I will always recommend you that you send all your previous and also send all your previous also consistently to your peers and upstreams. This because we map traffic based on DNS. So once we map traffic to a node, then we actually assume that the user is behind the node. So if you don't send us all the prefix, also user prefix, then chances some of those user prefixes will route through your upstream, for example. That's maybe causing more false or suboptimal performance. And if you only are launching partial one to a Chinese because you want to avoid the suboptimal performance, so we may actually block your ES so that you can't serve that particular node. And if you have multiple peers or multiple upstream, I also suggest that you send all consistent web announcement to your peers and upstream. What I mean is that you send all your prefix, but of course you can still use those traditional like BGP, HP to fine-tune your peers and upstream. And the third one is do not filter any traffic. So sometimes we find that when people are launching prefix to us, but they actually cannot carry the traffic because they sort of backhaul them and they are launched a specific route somewhere else and they expect us to route to that location. But the problem is that not all of the Akamai router may not have full routing table. So if you allow a short route to us, we actually may not get the specific route from somewhere because it's a standard. If you filter that traffic, then you may cause a connectivity issue to your end user. So what it means is if you allow the prefix that you're supposed to carry, don't do any backhaul or blocking. And also, I'll also suggest that on and off to measure performance to your network. So try not to use any like filter any ICMP or radio ICMP. Or if you have to do that, just discuss with us so that we could try to see whether we can whitelist some of our IP or trying to look together with the IP that we can do a performance tuning. Because if you use the performance not good, then we also may not be mapped to that particular. And also trying to return your traffic at the closest location. So let's say if you have a PM with Akamai through MMIX, so for the prefix that Akamai allows, MMIX is better to choose MMIX return path. Otherwise, you just through the upstream chances the return path will take a longer. So these are the recommendation that I suggest that you do. And this is a short presentation today. So I just want to have a summary here. So the Akamai platform, we are a highly distributed server. We are DNS-based mapping. This is a little bit different than the traditional telco. So all these traditional traffic engineering may not work on us. So like this part MED or specific one. And in case you have any problem, just feel free to contact us so that we can collaborate on how to do the traffic engineering with you. And I would recommend that you have your own DNS resolvers. You always maintain a complete and a consistent route announcement through your peers and upstream and to Akamai, of course. And finally, do not filter any traffic. And so this is my presentation today. Thank you. So welcome any questions if you may have, or you can drop me an email. And if you want to peer with us for MMX, you can contact MMX. We can work on So that's all my presentation.